Hey guys, so my hair has been in some sort of ponytail for 3 days. I just took about 10 bobby pins out of it. I've been wearing it in a bun a lot lately. The health of my hair could really stand some attention. It needs to be colored again. It probably could use like an actual haircut. It's real tangly. Okay, so let's see. I'm on day, what day would this be? 6, 7? Somewhere in there. Is it terrible that I don't even know when the last time I washed my hair was? Still having some pretty serious shedding from postpartum shedding, basically. I know that my child is 13 months old, but yeah, it happens for a little bit while your hormones are readjusting. So it's really fun because when I wear my hair in certain ways, let's see if I can find a big patch of them. I just have these like little sprouty hairs, you know, that are like an inch long, inch and a half long, from the first phase of shedding, which happens like 3 months postpartum. Then it like starts growing back. Then when you stop making milk, you have another big shedding phase. And then when your hormones like basically re-regulate themselves at 18 months postpartum, it should all be finished falling out at that point. So if you guys are in the same situation as me, just know that like it's normal, it's natural, it happens to everybody. I've had clients who've had their whole like 1 inch of their hairline fall out. I've had clients who I had to cut micro bangs on because it was just like a bunch sprouting back. So I'm lucky. My fallout for the past 2 babies has been pretty like universal. So it like falls out pretty uniformly and then it comes back in pretty uniformly. It's not like patches generally. With Porter, my eyebrows fell off and nobody noticed. Maybe I just do a really good job of filling them in. I don't feel like I do. So today I'm gonna do tiny curls. I put up a thing on my Instagram yesterday, a poll, and this was what I got back, was doing tiny curls with a regular curling iron, not with my chopstick. So this is a 1/2 inch Hot Tools gold Marcel iron. So again, these are the professional curling irons. I don't know how to use clip irons anymore. You can totally do this with a clip iron. I couldn't tell you how because I can't do it. But basically what I'm going to be doing is using just the barrel portion, not the tong, not the clip. Maybe, I don't really know yet. So when I use my chopstick, which is this little guy, it's square. You can see how it has edges on it. I basically just wrap everything around it really quickly. So I did prep my hair with some heat protectant. You can see I'm just wrapping my hair around that curling iron. I'm not going to leave it on for too long because this bad boy gets pretty hot. It's not a lot of hair, so it goes pretty quickly. And you can see, can you see? You can see it gets a nice tight little curl pretty quick. So yeah, gonna start doing that. I want to get pretty close to the root. So sometimes what I'll do if I don't feel like I'm close enough is twist the handle a little closer. Yeah. So this is like fun going out hair. This is fun. I'm not going to do my hair for 3 more days hair. It looks really cute in a ponytail. It looks really cute in a pineapple bun. It looks really cute down. It looks really good. For me, it looks really good in a top knot also. Like a half up top knot. Generally, I can't pull off a top knot with my straight hair because it's so straight and limp that it doesn't, I don't have enough volume. I look real silly. So I can get away with doing a top knot, a half up top knot when I have really curly hair. So just gonna do that. I'm gonna repeat on the other side. Basically what I'm doing is I'm taking strands that are the same size as the tool that I'm using, which is generally a pretty good rule of thumb. So whatever size iron you're using for whatever kind of curls, that is a really great way to get an even uniform curl, is taking the same size of section as the tool. Now, that being said, I break that rule all the time. So, until I brought my weddings, like, I don't generally have my entire wedding kit out and available for my own use. I've been exploring that more as I've been doing tutorials for you guys. But before having my wedding kit out and available for myself, I only had I had a 1-inch iron here at my house, and then it broke. It died after almost 10 years of use. So again, hot tools are awesome. 10 years of using a curling iron is a long time, especially one that's not very expensive. So then I had an extra 3/4, so I brought that home, and I was using a 3/4 for all the same things that I was using a 1-inch iron for. 3/4 and 1-inch are generally the most versatile. 3/4, I would say get a 3/4 if your hair tends to be on the shorter side, and I would say get a 1-inch if your hair tends to be on the longer side. They generally do the majority of everything you could possibly need a curling iron to do, unless you like really loose curls, but even then you can still get away with loose curls. Okay, so I did one section with the talking, with the heating up of the things, with the explaining all sorts of things. So I'm going to put you on pause. I'm going to do some more sections, and I'm going to show you what I do after that. Okay, so I got the whole bottom portion of my hair done. What I like to do when I get to the top is I generally part somewhere over here going this direction. So what I do is I actually will zigzag part my hair when I get to the top, so that kind of wherever it falls, there's curl. Because like I said, I somewhere part it somewhere on this side, so it's not really like an accurate part every time. If you part your hair on the same side every single day in the exact same place, or you're like only planning on wearing this style for one day and like washing your hair, then you do you. But what works best for me is to zigzag. So these front ones, because they're so short, they're hard to wrap. So what I like to do with them is actually like just straight up iron curl them normal style, and then I'm going to keep wrapping. And then when I get to the top, I kind of go every which way. That stops it from like mushing all together and becoming one giant curl. If you were doing like, let's say, wanted to do some finger waves, or wanted to do like a Hollywood wave situation, then curl every single thing in the exact same direction, because that'll make your job much easier. Because then they all will mush into one curl situation. So the other things that I thought about while I was doing this to myself is it's hard on your shoulders, it's hard on your arms. This takes a lot of arm strength. If you are somebody that tends to burn yourself, this is one where you're gonna need to watch out. I definitely burnt myself twice already doing this. You can get those heat protectant gloves too, if that's for you. I generally can't use those because I use my finger to test how hot the hairs are. But if you're better at like counting how long you've been doing one particular thing, then do that. I generally only burn myself. I've never burnt another person while doing their hair, but I definitely burn myself all the time. For a while I had like a permanent scar on my bicep from doing these kind of like wrap curls. I don't know how I would always do it, but on my left bicep I would burn myself every single time. If you're using a clip iron, again, this will be a lot easier to not burn yourself because you have that tip on your curling iron, which Marcel's do not have. So you can see, going kind of every which direction. I'm not really caring that those ends are out because it actually gives them a little more of like a lived in feeling, a little more natural feeling as well. I can feel how dirty my hair is. Luckily it doesn't look dirty. It just feels a little dirty. I was even commenting last night to my husband that I took my hair out of my bun last night to sleep with it down, and like, oh, my hair doesn't even smell. It didn't. It still smelled like fresh shampoo after 5 or 6 days and 5 or 6 days of working out. So so like I said, these short pieces next to my face, I just pop in some regular curls. When it's all brushed out, you really won't notice that they're different. I mean, a little bit. This one, it's terrible, looks awful. It needs some actual curl. Alright, that's better. Okay, I'm gonna put you guys on pause again, finish up, and then I'll show you. Okay, all done. So, got tiny little curls. Oh, I burnt myself so bad. Tiny little curls, and then what I like to do is I'll kind of come in from the underneath and shake it and break it up a little bit without like destroying the whole curl pattern. Or you can get the real crazy like flip and shake and flip, something like that, somewhere in there. And then you can kind of like gently, very gently break them up with your fingers. Okay, so there's the curl portion. My next video is going to be a top knot, all right? So stick around. I'll probably upload it right after this. I'm not going to like change my clothes or do anything. I'm going to put it up in a top knot. Like, subscribe, comment, follow me on Instagram. Tell me what you guys want to see. I do the same things every single day, so I'm running out of ideas already for my own hair, but I'm happy to show you guys whatever is up your alley. So please comment down below what you guys want to see. I am shedding so bad. I'm covered in hair. All right, see you guys soon.